Hey guys, welcome. This is George Nasa again. What I'm going to show you today is how to set a 4-prong band, but the diamonds are old mine cut diamonds. The center stone is a modern cut. So the center stone is much larger, and I'm going to use 4 or 5 different burrs. What I mean by that, one is going to be a diamond shaped burr, one is going to be the heart burr. And I'm going to use different sizes and different diameters. The reason being because it's old mine cut. It's very easy just for me to cut on top with the heart burr and bend over, but I don't feel safe when you notch it. It's only going to notch it and push over. I want that prong to really fold over these old mine cut diamonds because I don't want to lose any of them. So they're roughly about a 1/4 carat each. The center is about a 1/2 carat. So I'm going to show you a few different ways to do it, and I'm sure this is not for the experts, the diamond setters. This is for people that want to learn. All right, so come on in, take a look. All right, here's when I do the diamond shaped burr. You got the larger, which is the exact same size as the diamonds. And this one is the really sharp, brand new one. I'll use a heart burr. And you could use different sizes if you like. But we're going to focus on a few different things. So first, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it with the larger size. Or if you're not really good with the larger size, you could use a smaller size. And I'm going to show you the reason why. Okay? So I'm going to use a $5 ring holder. You could use the GRS if you want, but it's not necessary. All right, so number one rule is you never plunge it down, ever. Because if you plunge it down, what you're doing is you're thinning these prongs on top. So I want to keep those prongs as thick as possible. So what I do is I always go down on an angle like this and I turn it. So the reason I'm going to use this, because if you look at these diamonds, they're super fat. And they're super thick on the bottom. So you can see the pavilion is really thick. So I want that pavilion to rest on the bottom. So some of them might just go down very gently here and they might fit perfectly. But I do want to still open up my own seat. Okay. So I'm going to start, let's say start here. You could start here. You could start in the middle. But I just want to do this one here because you could see the most prominent. So I'm going to go down like this and I'm going to turn it down. You can see how it's biting a little bit. It's okay. So turn it very gently. And now watch how I turn as I move. I turn, make sure it's the same height. That's why I want to open my own seat. As I turn it, I look at it in 4 directions. So now, if you notice, I only tag this one here, just a hair, just enough for the diamond to sit in there. And I could fold it over because these are all different sizes. So let's say I'm going to drop this here. You can see it doesn't even fit, because it's huge, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up. So by opening it up, I'm going to use the beading tool. Any beading tool. It doesn't have to be any size. Or you could use a pair of pliers. So I press this down here like this. I open it. That's why the reason I said you have to use different size burrs, because you're dealing with the totally different shaped diamonds. And they're all different diameters, different thickness, different girdle thickness. And that could be a huge problem for a lot of the setters if you don't have the experience. Okay, so now we're going to drop that diamond back in. So you can see now it's sitting down there, right? So the reason now I want to use the hot burr because I want to make a nice seat. And I want to use the actual larger one, so which is the same diameter as the diamond, maybe a hair smaller. Okay, so I always lubricate it. You could actually use a wax, or they sell lubricant, so I use a wax. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down again on an angle, and I come down like this, and I give it a little bit of notch, just enough, and I plunge up. Never. What I mean by that here, I'm going to show it again. I go here, I go up just like this. I never plunge down. Okay, especially on the hard burr. So I'm going to go just like that. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the really sharp heart burr, any size you want. This is about a 3mm. So what I'm going to do, see how I support the prongs here or the ring, and I bring this here, I kind of rest it here. and I bring it, I'm gonna hit it right on top here, just a little bit. So I give it a little nice seat. I turn, I do this seat, because I want that girdle to really get hugged by that prawn without thinning it down. Okay. See, I work it up and down like this. A little bit in, not too much. Because I don't want to go in, because that cuts into the prawn. So I'm just going to go just like that. So now you can see the actual notches. This one is nice. Here you can see I did all of them. You could, what I mean, you go like this. If you feel it's not enough, but not too much. Almost not halfway, all the way in, maybe about 40% into the prawn. Not too much in, because the prawn is not that thick. It's only 1 millimeter thick. All right, so we're gonna bring the diamond in now. I'm gonna place it. You can see it drop right in. So I work my way either with the pusher or you use a beating tool. So it's up to you. So I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna go from one side here. I push in, bend, and I'm gonna push the other side. You can see the diamond, I need it to sit right in that cradle. Sorry, I'm trying to hold it so you can see here. You know, you're going to play with it a little bit so it sits. I use the edge of that, and I use this in. So you got to be careful. Sometimes they might slip on you. So you can see now the diamond, those prawns are sitting on it. Really nice. All right, you can see here I'm going to push it one side, always the opposite, always across from each other. Turn, and if you notice my beating tool, I go in and a little bit over. Now you can see that diamond is hugged right in there. So the girdle, it's way below, it's about 1/2 millimeter, maybe 3/4 of a millimeter below the actual prawn. You can see there's plenty of prawn there. Now you could cup it, you could polish it, you have plenty of meat there. So you don't have to worry about the prawn being paper thin. And if you notice these diamonds, take a look. They're all different sizes. So I'm gonna set them in order so that way they all fit in order. All right? All right, so now if you notice, I did them all the same height. I matched the girdle's all the same height, but the table or the crown is much higher. Like this one is super thick, and you can see I work my way down. So on the last one, because it curves down, so what I'm gonna do, I'm only gonna use the hot burr here, the sharp one. I place it here, and I'm only gonna notch it just a hair here on each end. So that's gonna give me the height here and here, okay? So now we're gonna bring the diamond in, which is probably one of the smallest ones, and it's gonna drop in just like that. You can see the girdle matches. So we're gonna go and we're gonna use this beading tool to push very gently, not too much. Match it, make sure it's the same height. Match it on the other side. Turn again, corner to corner. And I'm gonna go here, corner to corner. And if you have the GRS pusher, give it a little tug over, like this, over, that's it. So now you can see they're all the same height. Girdle, all match. Might be like off by here, but some of them are really bad. You can see like this one is super, super thick. And the center one should be super easy. And I'm gonna show you that now. So on this particular one, because I'm gonna set the stone here, and this is a modern cut, I usually like to put the table right there. So you want to set that up high, but where it's gonna be a band, I like to set it way down, okay, right to the bottom. So first we're gonna use the actual diamond burr. So I'm gonna take it down. It doesn't have to be the right size. I'm gonna go in just like this. So what I do, I place the bottom or the belly of this, so that gives me the height. You don't have to measure them. You can, some people use a micrometer to measure. I don't. I'm gonna tell you a trick. So right there, you see the edge of that mimics the diamond. It goes like this, so I place it. Let it see. If you want it down here, I bring it up just to here, so now you know I want to set it right there. So I give it a little notch. I repeat this on all 4 prongs. So that should give me a pretty nice level diamond. And I'm not going to say perfect, because a lot of people don't like the word perfect. but that gives it a nice, you can see the notches. They're all the same height. I don't have to measure it or anything like that. But I am gonna repeat that with the actual hot burr just to give it a deeper notch. So I already have it in there. So I bring it in on an angle like this. If you notice, it doesn't go straight. I'm gonna do it on an angle because that's the shape of the pavilion. So it mimics the pavilion. If you go like this, that's really sharp angle. This way it mimics the pavilion. So I repeat on all 4 prongs. Again, I go back and forth, maybe here and just not too much, okay? I'm giving you all my secrets. And I'm gonna tilt it up a little bit to grab that upper crown facets right there. So I tilt it up like this, okay? And I control this burr from turning, like a lot of times it does this. I control it here with my 2 fingers, and I kind of place that here, right there, right, the shaft, I place it on my finger. So I don't do it like this, so this will go like this, will run on you. So I'm gonna go here like this, turn, like that, okay. Now I'm gonna place my diamond in. I mean, some people just throw the diamond in, okay? And they think this is it. What I like to do, I like to put the actual, the 4 corners, I like to put the top corner of the table, one of them, to go north, south, east, west.
I just gotta steam them.
Okay? And I push
Just gotta steam them.
corner to corner, just like that. I look at it, make sure it's nice and level. Sometimes I do this just to push it down so you can see it's pretty close to perfect. Okay, so the prawn fold over. So now I'm gonna push this over a little bit like this, opposite of each other. I mean, once I secure the 2, it doesn't matter which way you go, to be honest with you. And now you got this. What I would do is I use the sand disc. I file it down quickly. Now I'll show you. Straight down like that. I could go 1 prawn at a time or 2 prawns at a time. And if you want to do all 4, you can. Just like so. Now I use a fine file. I like the triangle file. I go around like this. I turn it. Now a lot of people use, which is the cup. So a lot of times people just turn the cup on top, but what it does, it leaves a line right here, which eats away from the prawn. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of secret. You go up, you never go down. So you grab the edge of this here like this, and you push out instead of plunging down. So that way you have I'm gonna show you this angle. So you can see I'm not putting a full cup on there because it will leave the line here. So what I do, I cheat it a little bit by tilting it up a little bit because I want the prawn to be nice and cupped on top. I don't want that side prawns to be touched, okay? So that way you have a nice round prawns. So I kind of eat it on the inside a little bit. I turn it, but I try to keep my cup away from it. All right? Watching this, and any questions, any comments, they're all welcome. And thanks for watching.